What's poppin', my boys and girls? Well, merry day after Christmas. Today is December 26th, the day after Christmas, the day I look forward to most during the holiday season because that means Christmas is officially behind me. Shout out to my daughter for writing two of the most beautiful pieces of literature that I've ever seen. In the last week or so, she wrote these things. Facebook me if you want to see those. But this video today about this year's bowl games. Man, there is some garbage ass bowl games this year. Take, for example, the one that was on earlier today. The St. Petersburg Bowl between Miami of Ohio and Mississippi State. Mississippi State 5-7, which, first of all, 5-7 teams shouldn't be getting into fucking bowl games. That tells you there's way too many bowl games right there. But they beat Miami of Ohio 17-16, and you would have thought Tennessee had just beat Appalachian State in double overtime or something the way they reacted to the video. But anyway, and now you got two teams playing, Maryland and Boston College. These are two teams that, if they were the last two teams in college football on the planet Earth, and those two teams and myself were stranded on the same island that Tom Hanks was on in Castaway, I wouldn't watch those two teams play a football game. In fact, I would probably be like Tom Hanks and try and hang myself up on that damn top of that big hill. But then here in about 5 minutes, should be a halfway decent game, NC State and Vandy. Now, normally you don't think of NC State and Vandy as being a good game, but considering what we've been given so far, hell, this is the Super Bowl of bowl games so far. Of course, later on this week, you got the huge ball games like the Nebraska-Tennessee game, the biggest bowl game of the season. And tomorrow we got the Heart of Dallas Bowl between Army and North Texas. Woo fucking who. The Military Bowl, Temple versus Wake Forest. The Military Bowl. And there isn't a military team playing in it. Go figure. Now, get this one. The National Funding Holiday Bowl. Minnesota, Washington State. That could actually be a pretty good game. And then the Cactus Bowl tomorrow night, Boise State and Baylor. That should be lots of fireworks in that game. Okay, then Wednesday, December. Well, fuck. Look. You guys can Google the bowl schedule and see all these garbage-ass games. But, Friday, it picks up, got the Liberty Bowl to kick off the day with two scrub-ass teams, Georgia versus TCU. That will be, TCU will murder Georgia. Then you got Stanford versus Carolina, North Carolina, the real Carolina. Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl, the huge game, Nebraska versus Tennessee. Tennessee will get the win, 45-35. And then after that, really, who gives a shit? The next day, time to get busy. LSU and Louisville in the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl. Give me the Cardinals in that one. The Tax Slayer Bowl, Georgia Tech versus Kentucky. You talk about a who gives a shit bowl game. Oh my God. Give me Kentucky just because, I don't know. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Washington versus Alabama, 4 versus 1. I mean, really? Washington will upset Alabama in this game. By upset, I mean they will keep it within 30 points. And then to round out the night, Ohio State and Clemson probably will be the best bowl game out of the playoff games, So. And then after that, you got the who gives a shit bowl games, Florida versus Iowa. And that will be a boring fucking game. That'll be like a 7-3 type game, but I think Florida will get the win. Cotton Bowl, Western Michigan versus Wisconsin. The Cotton Bowl officials are probably ready to hang themselves with that matchup. Rose Bowl, USC, Penn State, two classic names. You know, I'm sure they're happy with that matchup. Penn State's hot right now. Give me the Shitney lines. The Sugar Bowl, Auburn versus Oklahoma. Woohoo! Give me Oklahoma. Auburn really has no shot in that game. You know, and then January 9th, we have the national championship game, or as I like to call it, the Alabama Invitational game. Shitty bowls. You know, if you want to watch a good bowl game, and this probably won't be a good one, truth be told. I mean, truth be told, Tennessee will probably blow out Nebraska Friday. But I urge you to watch Tennessee versus Nebraska Friday at 3 o'clock. What else are you going to do, you know, on December the 30th? Go Vols. Screw y'alls. Y'all have a happy new year coming up. And I got one more for you in Nebraska coming up tomorrow the next day.